down. Got him a McFry.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Get it. He ain't going nowhere.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! Get him! I don't know what he was doing, but get him!
Trent Jordan Watt.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this third quarter. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
You got tight. You got tight right there. Where's King? Switch.
Watson going to give this one to Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Get it.
It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Here's Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's at the 30, 10, touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Texans push further out in front. I know this defense knew it coming into the game, Charles, and they know it even more now. DeAndre Hopkins is a tough cover.
And anytime you see him out there and there's less than double or triple teaming him, take a shot with it. Just what you're talking about. If he's such a tough cover, one guy's not going to get it done. Throw the ball out there. Let him go get it.
And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. Roethlisberger will throw. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The former first-round pick, Vernon Hargreaves, the one who was there defensively. Well, partner, let's put a bow on the Super Bowl for Kansas City. What a comeback win. Yet another come-from-behind victory for Patrick Mahomes and company. An absolute heartbreak for San Francisco.
Didn't Madden predict Kansas City would win the game?
Yes, 35-31, I believe they predicted.
First down, keep going, but don't stop them down.
The game in the 30s, so a little bit lower scoring than we expected, but a lot of fireworks down the stretch, all by Kansas City. But how about San Francisco?
Push them,
number 7. Lead in the ball, under 12 minutes to go, and held Kansas City to 10 points through 3 quarters. And somehow they're winging their way back to San Francisco, trying to understand how they lost that game.
Yeah, not only did Kansas City win it, but they end up winning it by 11 points. They didn't see that coming at all. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
And that's why defenders are often frustrated offensive guys. Actually made the catch, looked good doing it, but couldn't get his feet down in order to finish off the takeaway.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Check curls. 50. Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play outside deep.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, but it'll be second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. T.J. Watt picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. It's complete to Fuller. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
It's caught inside the 25.
Must be kidding.
Houston.
He must be kidding.
Deshaun Watson, 4 touchdown passes now in the ball game, and the Texans push further out in front. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's...
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Whitney Merciless barreling in for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He leaps over him. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they just had that pick 6. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
Yeah, we'll see if they can do it here. Back now in Houston. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Washington's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. Here's Roethlisberger. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And he's going to be taken down with another 1st down as the stop's made at the Texans' 29-yard line. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Roethlisberger. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. There defensively to knock it away was the safety, Justin Reed. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Let's go, Tackle. Let's go. We got this. We got this. Hey, let's go. Check 55, Mike.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Vance McDonald, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit.
Gotta give me a 2-piece.
And now Big Ben will lead the Steelers up to go for 2. To throw again is Roethlisberger. The quick slant caught. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit.
That big, that motherfucker hit that damn shit straight.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back.
Not.
And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovered. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On 2nd and 9, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
26 months. Come on. 59. Get wide. Let's go.
3rd and long, it's Watson. And the pressure gets to him again. Javon Hargrave, the deep tackle, getting the sack.
It has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today. But on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
What you gonna do, player?
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson.
Get
Bill
him!
O'Brien rolls the dice, but to no avail. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position.
Dang, Steelers trying to steal no one.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. James Washington was the intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete.
Shoot.
The 20.
Shoot.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. To throw here, Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers.
Pittsburgh.
James Washington. There to make the grab as they are able to cut into that lead.
Pittsburgh.
So a big play now as the Steelers will go for 2. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And these guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Pittsburgh trying to steal on the one, man. I ain't gonna say nothing.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
Hey, Wood.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt giving him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Another try after the first down sack. Roethlisberger, throw left side, taken in by Washington. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Mike 55. Record. Alert. Mike 55. Come on, D. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Squeeze, double. Middle. Motion. Help. Hey, Delta.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to fire one deep, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson, and the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
They go back to the air.
Get him! Throw it out of bounds, big
dog. This is
dog.
going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Watson now to throw.
Get him.
Nowhere to escape.
Get him.
He goes down. T.J. Watt able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
What you gonna do, player?
Here we go on 4th. Watson. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the
confidence
26, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill.
After the interception, here's Watson. He's got Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And Watson's going to throw it here. Going right side here, and that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Watson now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Hayward attacking off the edge that time. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half to put this one on ice.
And I know a lot of people watching this one were thinking to themselves, I bet halftime was really interesting. Probably took the paint off the walls with some of the words that were said. But I get the sense it was much more of the adjustments they made. They came in with a game plan that we saw that didn't work in the first half. They made the adjustments necessary, went away from that, and then they got it together. Got a spark. And then
I know. I'm giving him after
It's
this
really
game.
nice to watch in the second half.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL
So let me finish
on
the game
EA
for
Sports.
Mike on it real quick.
It's a win for the Texans as we say so long from Houston.
10-20. Let me finish the game before you start getting me all in on that. Yeah, my last piece of the game. I lost the other one in overtime. I was winning the whole game. Overtime, I lost. Yeah, I had him about 10 points the whole game, and then Baker Mayfield. That's why he got to go.
I trade your 3rd round pick for him.
All right, yeah. You can give me Tom Brady in the 3rd round. Tom Brady is not the answer, bro. Tell him to finish the game, man. Hold on, shit. Let him finish the game, man. Goddamn.
He said let him finish the game right quick, though.
Yeah.
Right back,
If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more pesos. Hit your thought, I'ma catch those.
What's up?
Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Never save no name though. We need more, tell them we need more.
I ain't worried about it, man. I'm about to skin you up, man. I'm about to skin you up, man. Can't see everybody.
Big numbers. Big numbers. 100 in the bag, that's a big
You
number.
see? Yeah, skin everybody.
Numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, pass the pig skin. You 1,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she wanted like me, cause her like she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score.
We're gonna start regular season tomorrow, right?
Cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my
What's up, man?
Cody, you undefeated, Cody?
big numbers.
I went on, man. Man, I'm making that down.
It ain't nothing but like a
Freaking
mirage.
offensive threat.
Whole team counted, that's a big number.
It's like a mirage, man.
Yeah.
Big numbers.
Hold on, I'm gonna send it to you. last one is the offensive threat. The first one, that's offensive minded guard. I'm talking to my homeboy, man.
If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Put numbers on
The first one, that's the offensive minded guard. The second one, that's the offensive threat.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a
Yeah.
big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Hey, man can't ball like this, man. Lord,
I don't think I can make him an offensive guard.
Cody, you wanna know what happened to him? No. Bad luck, man. Nick Chubb got hurt. His sternum. Now they said he'll return soon, but I kept him out. Yeah, man. Bad luck with Nick Chubb. I was burning him too. I got almost 200 yards.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Look.
Big numbers,
Look.
big numbers.
I got the ball
100 minute
on the 40-yard line.
big numbers.
I'm gonna try to score again. 2 minutes left.
Count, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Hey, foreign cards, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off cause the iPhone.
How the hell you gonna pick the same team as me, nigga?
If you wanna go, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto.
That nigga Lillard just about to pick the same team as me. Then what the hell were you doing? Why he couldn't hit the X button on it?
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the
You been
wrist
sleepy all day,
man,
bro.
got
You
him
alright?
hot. Hey, man can't ball
You
like
took a
this,
nap earlier.
man.
You alright, man?
Pass the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause I claim she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to guard. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers.
The NFL Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans.
No, you did not just do that.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Wide
But
open
he
and
probably
missed the
should have
ball.
stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light there. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. They run again on first down. Cook.
What the fuck?
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he cuts it back right, and he's got a crease. 20, 10, touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, 73 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. And that man, Derrick Henry, boy, was he one of the stories of the postseason. Leading rusher in the NFL during the regular season, but even then, kind of under the radar. But he really showed America how valuable he was during that Titans postseason run. A 3-game stretch starting with Week 17. Charles, 2-11 against Houston, 182 versus the Pats, and 195 in Baltimore.
And what I think is surprising for people is, as you said, he was under the radar. But if you go back 2 seasons when they had a little bit of success, remember when they won in Kansas City? People remember the play where Marcus Mariota got the ball batted back to him. What they may have forgotten was Derrick Henry shredding the Kansas City defense with well over 100 yards in that game. So at playoff time, when he plays big, which he normally does, Tennessee tends to have success. That's the kind of back that they have in Derrick Henry.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 34-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide it. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
What?
Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result. After the penalty, it's Henry, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Taking it in from 14 yards out. And these guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in. Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points. Touchdown. Extra point up and good by Succop. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Correa just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3 and out.
I lost him overtime.
It's going to be a long day.
Had about 10 points all the way up to the 4th quarter.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. Looking for Thielen, but it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest game, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Fighting through, and he's got space.
Yeah, at least one preseason. I like
he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Vikings' 26. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Henry, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
You gotta stop that damn man, dog.
On the set. Check, he's coming. I got you.
Yeah, stop high.
They'll try the air now with Tannehill. This will be caught by Brown. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. Here's Tannehill.
You see the little meetings happening. Why you keep running, man?
And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. These 2 teams all tied after 1.
Which one? The 9-year-old?
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. The quick slant caught. That catch good for 5.
I know. He
3rd
don't
down.
be beating nobody like that but Mike. I just see Tyler beat him 6. What's up, bro? Why you getting beat?
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And caught by Henry.
Your family said you got beat by 3-year-olds.
For
I
a
was
Tennessee
just like,
touchdown. Derrick Henry. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Titans have taken the lead. Extra point put through by Succop. And that makes the score 14-7. Joseph now to kick this one away.
Oh, shit.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out of the 25-yard
line. They said he'll return soon. I said, nope, do not substitute him.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes
this
already
game,
in this
they
game.
the
A
third
touchdown
quarter.
pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
On 2nd down, Cook. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him. He gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
They kept him to a short run.
Hey, do you have them points?
Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
I forgot to do
Not
that.
only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
55, 955. Hey, eat. It's coming this way. Here we go.
You in the hotel again?
On 4th down, they do snap it to Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st. A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10.
Now watch run. Taker on the hop.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, Charlie.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Yeah, okay. I don't know how he ended up on the Broncos, man. I should be playing, what's his name?
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. They converted once earlier in this drive, but they'll roll the dice here again on 4th down. Cousins to throw for it on 4th. So they get a traffic there, and that's complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first run for the backup, Abdullah. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, on this third preseason game,
so
man,
after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
440, man. You gotta be careful. Because Nick Chubb was in. Mayfield was in. I don't care if he did.
They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. To throw is Cousins. And that will be incomplete.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes, even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and that will keep this a 4-point game. So a very long drive, play after play, gets him down the field, but wouldn't you know, it winds up yielding nothing.
And over on the sideline, you've got a kicker who feels worse about it than anyone. There's nothing you hate more than seeing the look on your linemen's faces after all their hard work getting you in position.
The lonesome kicker. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And this is caught off the deflection. They wind up getting 16, but even that's not quite enough. It's 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and long. And Walker has it. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Hey, what happened?
Tannehill on the offense.
Shoot, they let you roll off your nigga this game.
He's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Tannehill nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And he locates Walker, complete. And the timeout comes in with 2 seconds remaining. So they can trot out the field goal unit for the try before we hit the lockers. And his kick is absolutely perfect.
Get him!
So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Hey, this I want to tell you.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On 2nd down, it's Henry. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. And Walker with it over the middle. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Tennessee getting the first down on a big play of 18 yards. A first down carry for Henry. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he's going to be stopped just short of the first down marker at the Vikings 42.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Tannehill on 3rd down. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Hey, Steve 6. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. And let's get this. Get this. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54, Mike. Hey, exit. Ready, ready.
On fourth down, Tannehill. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. With that incompletion, a chance to mention the awards. Now with the season over, Lamar Jackson, as we speculated, he's the MVP, Coach of the Year. John Harbaugh, Lamar's coach. Michael Thomas, Stephon Gilmore, Offensive and Defensive Players of the Year. Offensive and Defensive Rookies of the Year. That went to Kyler Murray and Nick Bosa. And the Comeback Player of the Year, Charles, Ryan Tannehill. No surprise there.
Not to mention the #1 award that the NFL gives out, the one that they give the most, credence isn't the right word, the most attention to, and the one that they want trumpeted the most. That's the Walter Payton Man of the Year, because that represents the totality of a player in the NFL, not just what they do on the field, but off the field as well. And that goes to Calais Campbell, the defensive tackle for the Jacksonville Jaguars. What a great award. Congratulations, Calais.
22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
From the 30 on second down, Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Say, hey, 382, lay 50.
Cousins on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Let's get to some Hall of Fame talk while we have a second, because last week we mentioned the 15 guys that we knew were going into the Hall. 5 added: Isaac Bruce, Steve Hutchinson, Edgerrin James, Steve Atwater, and Troy Polamalu. You think about it, CD. For Polamalu, it was his first year of eligibility. People knew he would go in. Atwater was his 16th year. He had to wait a long time.
He certainly did, and I often wonder about the psychology of it all, because when you're young in your career, meaning young retired, right, these things mean something to you, but I don't know if they hit with the same impact as it will for a Steve Atwater. 16th year. Now, I think Steve would like somewhere to be a happy medium. Maybe the 8th year would have been a lot better.
And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Derrick Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. To throw is Tannehill. Walker with a grab, left side. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. A 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth.
On the ready. Mike 54. Let's go, baby. Turn over.
They'll run on first down. Henry.
Face mask, yeah.
Very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill uncorks one for Davis. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Following the interception, Cousins. This one taken in by Olabisi Johnson.
I'm gonna get your ass.
A big play there on the catch and run. 74 yards. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
First down, here's the run with Cook. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Cousins now. Flushed out
Get his damn
right.
ass. Get his ass. Get his slow ass.
He can run for it, and he will. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned now.
And Thielens got it. Touchdown, Vikings. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. And it's no good. Well, that could be a critical miss here in a 1-score game in the 4th. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he probably should have stayed in the end zone as he'll muster a return up to only the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give him full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, it's Henry. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. 1 yard officially on the pickup, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 11. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
80 weapons. Mike 5-4. Got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. Complete. This is Lewis. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Henry running right, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards, the final tally. Tannehill now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Henry. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry, and he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. This is Henry. And down inside the 15 he goes. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far, they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
Ready. 60 Pittsburgh. Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And
Damn.
so we're going to see that. Their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages.
Henry, Stephon the hell out of somebody on the Minnesota Vikings.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
That nigga still, he grown.
Now it's Henry. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Manhandle that nigga.
4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal. Clock's under a minute. Still plenty of time, partner. They have all 3 timeouts.
That means they have plenty of options in their play calling and where they target on the field. They can throw it downfield, maybe even in the middle, and use it.
And he is down as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. So they're not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie.
That man manhandled you.
And they have got the lead. Joseph now to kick this one away.
Let's play football.
That's fielded in the end zone. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
Play some football. He ain't had you like that.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So it can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easy.
This nigga's scored a touchdown.
Touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? it got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Cousins the thrower. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down.
Well, I don't think it takes much to crawl into their mind, right, why they went for two there, even though they were unsuccessful. With this type of a lead, what they're worried about, right, and less than 10 seconds on the clock, what they're worried about is just giving up the touchdown.
Yeah, on the kickoff return.
Yeah, so you go for it here to try and ensure yourself. Now they've got to make sure they cover it, otherwise they could actually lose.
This nigga won the game. What in the world?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen.